Hi guys, good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm is I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Right. Thank you guys. Thanks for the confirmation. So guys, in the last session, we have started with some basics of Power BI, like how to install the Power BI. We have been discussed, like Power BI desktop. What is a Power BI service? I discussed about the different types of the Power BI tools. And also we have discussed about how to import the what is going to be CSV files and how to import the Excel sheets into the Power BI desktop we have been got discussed. And apart from that, not only a CSV file or not only an Excel sheet, we'll also import the data from different type of sources like SQL Server or which is going to be cloud services, etc. Also, we will discuss about that. And there are some couple of people who has joined in the last 2 days. There are some people who has been joined in the last week. Almost all we have done up to the same level we have been done, guys. Both of them are at the same level. So in the last class, whatever the file, let me show you the file what I have been got created. So this is the file, guys. So this is the file what we can see. You can save the file with extension of .pbix file. So simply if I open the .pbix file, so you can see whatever the data that was imported. So we have been seen. So in the last class, I think uh, 4 or 5 days happened. So last Tuesday we have taken, or Wednesday I think they have taken. Up to Wednesday we have taken the classes. Thursday, Friday, Saturday I have given the off, and even Monday also. Yesterday also I have taken the backup session. So you can just recap the previous session once again, guys. So who has joined in the last couple of classes? I think 1 or 2 participants has been joined. One is I can see yeah, guys. Anybody who has been joined in this week, guys? In the last couple of days is I think Tikshita, right? Titiksha, right? One, and I think one more is also there. I think they have to add to join. Okay. So let us say that in the last class we have done with the same thing, guys. So we already discussed about like how to import the data we have seen, and we can save the file. I didn't show you how to save the file. We can simply save the file as, which is going to be .pbix file. We can save it, guys. So .pbix file is nothing but it is going to be the extension of the Power BI, which is going to be the extension what we can say. .pbix is going to be what we have been got saved, guys. So once if you save it, you can open it as many times you can open it. So this is the one we have not started with any reporting, guys. So mainly we have started with how to transform the data. So for that, I told you what is going to be the Power Query editor. So open the Power Query editor with the help of the, which is going to be the simple click on the transform data. So this is the data, guys. And one small point, guys, last class, the guys who has been joined in the last couple of classes, there is one small option I told you, one small point that to be discussed. Like how do you group this data, guys? See there are going to be grouping of the tables. So let me delete the grouping. Let me ungroup the data. Normally I've shown you in the last class. Like this is how the data will be there. So whenever we imported the data, your tables are like this, guys. But for easy convenient, that means whenever we want to separate them, let us say that I'm working for multiple projects. So whenever working with the multiple projects, so what is happening here is all these tables are going to be just mixed up. So you can see the tables are getting mixed up, guys. So what we can do is we can do some kind of a grouping. We can do that. So these are the tables what we have imported. From here also we can import the data, Excel workbook, or you can just go to the more. From there also we can import the data, guys. So once the data was imported, what we can do is, guys, we can group the data. For example, let us say that this is the data which was related to some bank's data set. Let us say that it's a data related to some bank's data set. Let us imagine that. Now what I want to do is I want to group these two particular tables into one group. I want to create it, guys. So see there, right click, and I can create some kind of a new group. So let us say that I'm working for a ICICI bank, for example. Let us say that I'm going to create a bank group I'm going to be creating. Simple, guys, just like a folder. What I'm going to do now, simply this customers table, you can drag and drop it there, guys. See there? That means what I am doing here is simple to group the data, guys. So I have kept the customers data and this particular two tables I have been kept it into, which is going to be one group I have been created. Like that. For example, fact, internet sales, dim product category, dim product. These are all the data belongs to some sales company. So right click on that, you can move to the group, either existing group or a new group, guys. Anything is a fine case. New group. I'm going to create, for example, I'm creating a group called as an IKEA. So it is belonging to some IKEA group. And these are going to be some other queries we want to do that. So what I did, guys, just easy, convenient. That means easy to handle them. If I put all the tables there only, guys. If I put all the tables, if I put it, what will happen here is there will be a lot of conflict will come. So which tables you are working? That's why what generally we do is, guys, we are going to do some kind of a groupings. What we are going to do that. We'll do, guys. We'll do a lot of groupings. So according to that, see, easily we can maintain. I want to work with some bank database. So rename this, for example. I can rename it, guys. So let us say that I'm working for an ICICI bank. So let us say that it is going to be ICICI bank data it is. There are two tables are there. So IKEA having four tables are there, and other queries are there, which are going to be four tables are there. Now easily we can import the data, guys. How can you import the data easily? For example, I want to import the data here now. Select this folder, right click, and just you can go for new query, guys. As usually, we are having the option called as a more option. So what will happen? Directly the file will be imported into that particular folder. Or else does not matter. You can also move, guys, from one location to another location. Easily we can move. For example, students table also belongs to ICICI Bank. For example, right click, and we have an option called as and move to the group. Which group you want to move? Do you want to move it to ICICI Bank or IKEA group or new group? Or else simple technique, guys, drag it and drop it there. Automatically it will be dropped into which is going to be ICICI Bank. Again, if you want, again you can get it back. Drag it and drop it into others group. See there, the students is moving here and there. You can move it very easily. We can move them, guys. So generally in our system, why generally how we are going to maintain our files in an easy way. See, on our desktop, I'm going to maintain all our files, guys, isn't it? On our desktop, all my Power BI files, I kept it into one folder. So batch 5 p.m., batch 11 a.m., batch 12 p.m., batch 9:30 p.m. So I kept it all the files into one single folder. So this is the data related to Power BI. For example, I'm having some other examples. Like I'm going to be working with some other CGA related trainings. So the CGA related trainings, I'll put it into one folder. So there also we are going to be having some different type of files. We can see that. Like that, how generally we group the items, group the files into multiple groups. Same here also in Power BI also, guys. We can do as many, you can do that. Okay. So see this particular table. So easy to maintain and easy to manage. I'm going to be going for this. Okay. So these are the things what I have to discuss. And we already discussed about what we can generally do it in Power Query Editor. We can do whatever the changes you require. You can make all the changes, we can do it, guys. So after importing the data, directly we are not going to do the visualization, guys. I told you, no, almost all 1 week to 10 days it will take only for transformations. Only for transformations only, it will take some approximately 1 week to 10 days it will take it. Why? Because we have to learn all these options here, guys. There are so many options are there. So in the Power Query Editor, whatever the options are there, yeah, guys, just please be online, guys. I'll come back. Just 1 or 2, just 2 minutes. I'll just please wait, guys. I'll come back. So I'm just not getting the voice. Just I'll get some throat is having some issue. So please wait. Within 2 minutes, I'll be back. Please be online. Right, guys. Let's continue, guys. Yeah.
I have a quick
So,
question,
yeah. Go ahead.
which is how all the Excels and CSV is loaded and we do transformation.
Yes.
So real time, let's say we use something like Snowflake or Oracle database,
Yes. You can use it.
we still do the same grouping and
Yeah,
all.
same thing. Nothing difference is there. Only the thing is how we are connecting is going to be different. For
Right.
example, you are saying that I want to connect to an Oracle database. So this is my Oracle database. How do you connect with Oracle database? So we are going to be having something like we have a server name, what is going to be user ID, and those are the options what we have to specify that. Got it. So if it is a file based, generally we know that, right? File based, it means how we are going to work. So which is going to be service based. These are going to be service based. So some kind of a credentials. So what type of credentials you require? So depending on that, so if you are working with some kind of an cloud related platforms, so how do you connect with that particular cloud related platforms? So whatever the options you require, you can connect with the different types of applications what you want to work. So the only difference that is going to make here is which is going to be how we are connecting is going to be different. But remaining process, once it is imported, everything is going to be comes like a query inside your Power BI.
So,
Got it?
will you be showing that as well, like connecting to any database and show
Yeah,
how?
absolutely. We'll see them because see why we are in the very beginning stage, right? So if you want to work with database, what you require, you have to require an Oracle database. Without Oracle database, can you practice it? Yep. Can
Yeah.
you tell me if you don't have an Oracle database in your system, is it possible to practice? Can you practice the how to work with Oracle database? It's not possible, right? So for our easy, see, whenever we have a file was there, file I can share with you. Easily I can share with you the file. I can send it through. I can send it through the chat mail. I can do that. So do you want to connect with the Snowflake? So yes, we have a Snowflake is there connected. So specify what is your database, what is your server, what is your warehouse name, specify the credentials, whatever the different credentials are there. So specify all of them. Automatically it will connect it and from there we can import the data.
Right.
Got it? So whatever from wherever you download the data, wherever you import the data, it has to come and it has to store it like a query in our Power BI. Whether it comes from Excel sheet or CSV file or a database system or some other cloud storage, from anywhere data comes, it has to be stored as this one. For example, do you have the idea about Amazon Redshift? Any idea
Mm,
about that?
mm,
Okay, so if you want to connect with Amazon Redshift, we want to work. So we are going to be having that particular. So whatever the Amazon, which is going to be Redshift is going to be there. So connect with which is going to be the Redshift database we can connect with. So which is going to be Redshift. So if you select with Amazon Redshift database, connected. How it is going to be gets connected? It is going to be something like what is going to be the server based and what is the name of the server, what is the database name. So if you can just specify that, automatically once you click on OK, it will be connected to the Redshift database. Like that, depends on the different sources will work. But as of now, easy for our easy because we are at the very beginning stage. So I'm showing you how to work with that. Later, I'll show you how to work with the database systems as well as we can also work with the different types of cloud systems also. We'll discuss it in our coming classes. Right? Okay. Shall I go ahead?
yes, please. Thank you.
Right. Right, guys. So let's go ahead. Now the idea here is, okay, we imported the data and after that for our easy convenience, this is not a mandatory, guys. This is not a mandatory. Just what we did is we have just grouped that particular tables into different groups so that we can get some easy understanding. We can do that. And whenever I select a table, you can see the table is going to show you. And in the last class, I shown you what is meaning of these query steps, query settings. Each and every step which we have been applied, it is going to show you here. So minimum steps I told you guys, first we'll import the data, then it is going to be promote the headers, and then it will change the data type automatically. So whenever we import the data from Excel sheets, there are 4 steps are there. Source is there because Excel workbook so navigate to the required sheet, promote the headers and change the data type. There are 4 steps are there. Sometimes there may be only 2 steps may be there. Sometimes there may be even one step also will be there, guys. Okay, so by default, whenever we import the data from any source into the Power BI, minimum there are going to be some steps are going to be gets followed here, guys. See there, minimum steps it is going to show you guys. Sometimes 4 steps, sometimes 3 steps. It is showing only 3 steps. It is showing you the application, guys. So see there, this is going to be the steps what we can do that. So now what is our main target here is in our Power Query Editor, guys. Mainly in Power Query Editor, this is Power Query Editor. The name itself is saying that basically it is used to edit the data. As I said that, which we have been got discussed here is, as I said that, after importing the data, after we import the data, at least we have to do some minimum changes are required, guys, because our data, whatever that has been imported, may not be always in a proper format, or may not be the data is not in our required format. As I told you, we can do whatever the changes you want to do. We can do the required changes accordingly. So see there, guys, we can make as many changes, we can do that. So all these changes are going to be done by using these. So many options are there, guys. See there, you can split the columns. We can group the columns. We can merge the queries. We can append the queries. So I told you, no, this is what we call it as a ribbons. So currently we are in the home ribbon, guys. Transform ribbon is there. See there in transform ribbon. So many people will worry about that. By looking at that, they think that there are very complicated. There are nothing complex is there, guys. Simple. What operations you want to do? For example, I have this column. There are multiple options. Don't worry. I want to rename this column name. So let us say that there is a column name is age. I want to rename it. So how do you rename this column? There is an option called as an rename option is there. Or else, no need to do that one, guys. Right click on that. Majority of options we can see here only, guys. See there, remove is there. I want to remove the column. I want to remove other columns. I want to duplicate the column. Okay, for example, I want to perform, like for example, we can see something like a transform. What about different types of transformations? We can do that. So all these transformations we can do here. We can see in the normal, if you want to do here, we can do the application, guys. Here we can do all these transformations. So what is transform? You can see round. Here we can see, guys, round is there. In rounding, again, we have a round is there, round up is there, round down is there. Absolute value is there, factorial is there. Where is this factorial? If you click on the scientific, there we can see the factorial. Here you right click here, we are having the option is there. So whatever the different type of transformations we can do. So if you want to do text-based transformations, these are text-based transformations. These are numerical-based transformations. Replace values. Here also we have the option, guys. Replace values will be here. If you want, you can see. You can see something called as a fill. Fill down, fill up is there. This fill option is available here now. Unpivot the columns and unpivot the other columns. Where is this unpivot options are there? Here we have the unpivot options are there. Rename is there. Here we have a rename is there. Move is there. Here the move is there. So nothing, there is nothing restricted, guys. You can perform as many operations we can perform. Just an example, I want to rename the column. Right click. We have an option called as, which is going to be rename option is there. Here we can do, or here also we can do, guys. Or else, most easiest option is double click on this. It will allows you to rename. This is, let us say, age. Whose age it is going to be? Let us say customer age. I want to rename it. So sometimes we want to make it more and more descriptive. So we have to make some modification, guys. According to the report requirements, we have to do the modification. So what step we have been done? We have renamed the columns. So what you are going to learn is, guys, what you are going to learn is, we are not going to learn any program here. We don't write any scripts. We don't write any logics. What you are going to do is, if this is the data that was given, what type of modifications we can do. So do you want to transpose it? Hope you remembered in mathematics, you have remembered what is meaning of transpose. Rows are converted into columns, columns are converted into rows. How to transpose a matrix, we know that. I want to reverse the rows. I want to replace the values. I want to fill the data. I want to split the columns. I want to format the column. I want to extract something from the columns. I want to do some statistical calculations. I want to do some standard numerical calculations. I want to perform some scientific related calculation, trigonometry calculations, rounding, information. And if you want to perform any date related operations. So all the date related operations will be here, guys. So we have to study one by one option. What is the option? Why do you require that option? What this option will do? Or reverse order. If you want to perform this operation, how can you perform this operation? Like for example, this is your customer ID. Just an example, guys. This is your customer ID. I want to, for some reason, I want to square these numbers. I want to square the numbers, guys. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. I want to square all these numbers. How can you square the numbers? So it is a mathematical operation. So you can see there is going to be mathematical number column is there. I want to square it. Where is that square operation will be there? Power. There we have a square operation. Simply what it will do, it will square every number inside that particular column. It has transformed. We calculated the square, guys. 1 square, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. Like every value inside the column has been got squared, guys. Every value inside that column has been got squared. You can see the square of the every number square we can see in, guys. Like that, just we have to know where this option will be available. Remove the step. I told you how to remove the step, guys. Okay, I renamed the column. I want to remove the step. Renamed the column, remove the step. Again, column has become the age column as usually. Okay, so what we are trying to do, guys? We are trying to transform the data as you require. Accordingly, according to your report requirement, we have to do some transformations. So mainly, guys, mainly number-based transformation, guys. Number-based calculation means like mathematical calculations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. These are all going to be comes under the standard calculation, guys. What is add, what is multiply, subtract, what is divide, what is integer divide, what is modulus, what is percentage, what is percent of. Coming to statistics, sum, minimum, maximum, median, average, standard deviation, scientific related calculation, absolute values, power. You can find the square, we can find the cube, we can find the power. Logarithmic to the base 10 or natural log. Factorial, rounding, round up and round down. Information function. There are very beautiful functions are there, guys. So for example, there is a column called as an age column is there. Now out of this age column, how many are even, how many are odd numbers I want to find it of. There is a function called as an is even functionality is there. It will simply tell you whether it is even or odd. True means it is even, false means it is odd. For some reason, guys, I want to know whether these numbers are even or odd. I want to find it off. So there is going to be true and false is there. I want to display only the customers whose age is a even number. Then we are having a filter option is going to be available, guys. If I set it to true, you are going to get only the customers whose age is going to be a even number. It is going to displace only even numbers, only even number customers only it is displaying. What is that? Even number age. The age is an even number. Only those records are going to be gets coming like that. Only thing is nothing but you are not learning any logics here, guys. We are not going to write any code. We are not going to learn any coding part here now. So just we have to learn all these options. What option this is used for? What option this is used for? For what purpose they use? What are the different options are there? You have to identify, guys. Okay. There is not a if you just it is not a just any programming in, guys. Just we have to understand the navigation. So it is all about navigation. For example, if I ask you to go for splitting the data, guys. For example, I want to do some kind of a splitting is there. Let me just a second. Let us say that I have a column is like this, guys. I have a column is there. See there. I have a name of the customer is there. So let us say that the name is going to be something like, let us take my name. It is Vamsi Krishna. Vamsi Krishna is my name. But Vamshi is my first name, Krishna is my last name. Now what I want to do, I want to split this data, Vamshi and Krishna, into two different columns. You need not to write any logic for that. Normally, in other programming languages, we have to write some code. We have to write some logic. But here it is not like that. Simple, there is an option called as an split column option is there, guys. Okay, see, Observe carefully how I'm doing that. I know that there is a split column is there. So you can check it out. Okay, at least you know the split column. If you check it out carefully there, you can find somewhere split column will be there, guys. Yes, there is a split column is there. But again, in split columns, there are 7 different types of options are there, guys. See, observe carefully. Once if I click on that, guys, I'll get all the 7 options. So my target here is without clicking. See, once you click it, what are the options in split columns? Anybody can say. But without splitting on the split column, so you should be in a position to, that means it's not mandatory, but at least you have to remember at least some minimal options we have to remember, guys. So in split columns, totally there are 7 options are there. So I can tell you what are the options, the 7 options in split columns without opening the menu option. Without opening the menu option, I can tell you how I can do that. It is not my experience, guys. It is very frequently I'll work on that with every batch, almost all every day, almost all 4 batches, 4 batches for Power BI and almost all 4 batches for data science. I'm delivering almost all 4 batches for data science and 4 batches for Power BI. So every day I will work with them. Every day I'm going to use them. So you also, guys, simple, nothing to do. Just don't by heart anything. No need to by heart anything, guys. Don't think that, sir, we have to by heart it. So split columns. How to split the columns? It is going to be by delimiter we can do. Okay, it is going to be by number of characters. It is going to be by number of characters. It is going to be by positions we can do. That common by positions it is going to be done. And which is going to be something like total 7 options will be there, guys. It is going to be lowercase to uppercase. Wherever there is a lowercase to uppercase taken place, opposite uppercase to lowercase has been got taken place. So wherever there is a lowercase to uppercase change taken place, it will split there. Or wherever uppercase to lowercase change taken place, it will split there. Or which is going to be digit to non-digit, wherever the digit to non-digit change taken place. I'll explain each and everything, guys. Why should I use this option? When should I use this option? So we'll discuss about non-digit 2, which is going to be digit. Almost all options I can easily remember. I never by hearted, guys. I never try to by hearted. Generally, regularly we'll work on that. So easily we can remember it. So if you want, you can check it out. In split columns, these are the 7 options will be there, guys. See there. As I told you, the same thing. By delimiter, by number of characters. It is going to be by number of characters. I written character. Okay, fine. Number of characters. It is going to be by position. By positions. Can you see? By lowercase to uppercase, by uppercase to lowercase, by digit to non-digit, by non-digit to digit. How many options are there? I can tell you, guys. For example, we are having merge queries. Merge queries will have 2 options. One is merge queries and other one is going to be nothing but it is going to be merge as a new query. We want to do that. Merge queries as new and we are having the merge queries are there. So I can easily say, what are the different options? Can you tell me in the extract option? 7 options will be there. What are the 7 options? It is going to be something like extract the length, extract which is going to be the first characters, last characters, range of characters, and which is before delimiter, after delimiter, between the delimiter. 7 options will be there, guys. Length, first characters, last characters, range, text before delimiter, text after delimiter, and text between delimiter. For example, if I click on the replace value, there are 2 options are there. Replace values will be there, replace errors will be there. There are 2 options are there. When you click on the fill, I have 2 options are there. Fill down and fill up 2 options are there. When I click on this move option, there are 4 options are there. Left, right, beginning and end. Like that. Left, right, to the beginning and to the end. Like that, guys. If I click on that, if I click on this particular scientific or rounding, how many options are there? So rounding will have 3 options are there. Round up, round down, and round. There are totally, which is going to be 3 options are there. Like that, I didn't by heart, and guys, how can you by heart all of them? It's impossible to by heart all these options, guys. Regularly, if you work on them, why I regularly work on them? Why? Because every day I'm going to discuss this. Every batch I'm going to explain this. Almost all 4 batches. Every 15 days, my new batch will start. For every 15 days, I will repeat them. Automatically, I can remember these options. So what I am suggesting here is, guys, Don't worry about looking about all these options. Don't worry about them. Simple. Slowly, steadily, you have to work with them, guys. See there, first we'll start with. So anyhow, I told you this is new source. These are little bit advanced topics, guys. We cannot understand now itself. Slowly we'll understand them one by one, one by one. Let us start from here, guys. Let us start from here, guys. See there, it is going to be, these two options are related to columns. These two are related to rows. These are related to sorting. This is related to some kind of a transformations. See guys, split column, group by, there are some options are there. And one more thing, guys, almost all these options are very repeatedly, you can find it, guys. See there, in the home ribbon, you can see it split column. Same split column, you can also see it in the transform ribbon also, we can see there. When you go to the transform ribbon also, we can see, guys. And one more thing, almost all whatever the options we see here in the transform ribbon, 80% of them are there in the add column. See there, again, same statistics, again, the same standard, same scientific, trigonometry, rounding, information, date, time, duration, okay, and even format, extract. All these options are already, they will be there in the transform ribbon. It was there, guys. See there. Almost all from here, guys, except the split column, remaining almost all 80% of these options will be almost all repeated, guys. See there, here we have an option called as a group by. Use the first row as the headers. That is already there in the home ribbon. In home ribbon, it was already there, guys. Use the first row as the header is there. Group by is also there, guys. So leave them, skip it up to here, guys. I'll come back to all these options later. Okay, this option you already know, guys. Whenever we want to import any new data set, click on the new source, we can do it, guys. Remaining options are also very easy, guys. Don't worry. But I'm going to start from here, guys. See there, the first two options are very, very easy. Very, very easy, guys. Very simple, very easy. Nothing to do. So no need to write any notes for this, guys. Why? Because it is all about the navigation. See, if we want to write it also, how do you write it, guys? Which is going to be in the home ribbon. See, guys, it is going to be in the home ribbon. So we are going to be having an option called as, this is the way we have to write the navigation. So in the home ribbon, what you have to do? So click on choose columns. There are two options will come, guys. One is choose columns. Second one is go to columns. So what you have to do? Simply, I'll say that which is going to be click on, which is going to be choose columns. So in the choose columns, again, two options will come, guys. What are the two options? One is going to be choose columns, and the other one is going to be nothing but we have another option called as an go to column is going to be available, guys. So I'll say that click on choose columns. So why should I write all these navigation, guys? Just once listen carefully, review the video. Video will be shared to you. I'll also give you some soft copy notes from my side also. From there also we can verify, but nothing to learn from any materials, guys. Nothing to learn from any material. You have to learn only with the help of navigation. You explore, guys. Nothing will happen to your system. Even if you do any mistake also, nothing happens. So don't worry. Sir, if I click on this, what will happen to my Power BI? Nothing happens to your Power BI, guys. Nothing will happen. Nothing lost, nothing crashes. It does not crash. Even if it crashes, what you'll do, guys? Again, install Power BI and do that. So what is my suggestion here is learn by exploring. You explore, guys. You explore, nothing to do. If you know the basic English, that is sufficient. Choose columns, click on this. See there, choose the columns. So for example, guys, this table is containing lot of columns, but all columns are not required for us. Then what we can do, try to minimize the number of columns. See there, choose columns and click on choose columns here, guys. Very easy, very simple. It is asking, tell me which columns you want to choose. I don't want all these columns. I want customer ID. I want only the job. I want only the marital status. And I just want to know the loan. And I want to know whether he was a defaulter, non-defaulter. I don't require the region code, state code, city code, all these things not required. Otherwise, I'll select the age. Click on OK. That's it, guys. What is there? What is the complexity in this, guys? I didn't written any logic for that. I didn't written any coding for that. Simple. I am selecting the required columns, whatever I require. If anybody having the idea from SQL, if you're already having the idea of SQL, guys, so no worries, even if you don't have the idea, does not matter. For example, there was a table was there. How do you select the data from the table? In SQL, they will write like this, guys. Select star from the table name. Select star from, let us say, the customers table. What it is going to do, guys, it is going to pick all the columns of the table. But I want to select only some required columns. Like what are the required columns? Select which is going to be customer ID. What is the age? What is the marital status or just marital, something like that. And what is going to be the loan? What is the default? Only these columns only there are there from which is going to be customers table. So how this now what will happen? The data will come only from this particular 5 columns of tables only the data will come. Star means it is all the columns, guys. All columns will come. Whereas whenever we said only the required columns, data will be visible only from the required columns. We have to write some syntax there. In Power BI, it's not required. Simple what you do is whatever the columns you require, just you have to just select the columns and remove whatever the unwanted columns are there. Again, if you want to revert it back, remove the other. What happened, guys? With whatever the columns we selected that has been kept, remaining columns, they have been got removed. Other columns has been removed. See, what is the step it is saying that? Remove the other columns. Very easy, guys. Very easily we can do that. Again, undo the option, guys. And again, do the same application as it is. Choose the required columns. Whatever the columns you want to choose, select the required columns. Select the required columns, guys. Customer ID, loan, and what is going to be the marital status. Only 3 columns I'm selecting. Click on OK. Now again, if you want to undo that means I want to add some extra columns. Don't think that we have to delete the step and again we have to do it, guys. Not required. Can you see there? Remove other columns. There is an edit button is there. Click on the edit, guys. You can add up the required columns. No need to, don't think that again we have to undo this step. Again, get all the columns. And then again, we have to choose the columns. It's not required like that, guys. You can edit them also. See there, age, marital status, and I'm selecting default. Only 3 columns I'm selecting. Now I want to add an extra column or I want to remove one of the column. I don't want this marital status also. Don't think that again you have to undo the step and again we have to do that. Not required. Edit the step. So you can add up one more, you can add up. Yes, you can remove one of them or we can edit. You can edit the steps, guys. You can edit the steps as you require. We can edit the steps, guys. Very easily we can do that. So 1 or 2 days, it will be a little bit slow because we are completely new to the environment. Once you understand the concept, then easily we can perform these operations very easily, guys. Okay. And I'll share you some data sets in the drive. I have not yet got the access to the drive yet. After the class, I'll ask my team to share the drive to me. Once if they share the drive to me, I'll share the class notes. The class notes will be there. I'll show you the class notes also. And I'll upload the class notes, whatever the navigational notes, everything is there. And apart from that, I also will add some extra data sets also. I'll add it to the drive. From there, you can download it, guys. Okay. So very easy, guys. Choose the columns. What columns you want to choose? What columns you want to remove? You can just select the required columns, whatever you want to do, guys. Anything, either you can undo from here. You can again select the edit and you can see whatever the changes you require. You can keep on changes. So don't think that, sir, it is very easy. Easily we can understand that. Understanding is very easy. But if you want to have some, that means if you want to expert in that, you have to, later you have to remember. So all these options, where this option will be there. So for example, if anybody asks me, how can you merge the queries? Where this option is there? Here the merge queries option will be there. How can you add the column? How can you add a series of numbers? How can you add an index column? Where is this option will be there? In the add column, here we are having the option called as an index column is there. Got the point? So there is an year, there is a date column is there. How can you get that? How can you get that year part from that particular date? Where is that option will be there? That option is going to be there in the date functionalities. We can find out. Currently it is disabled because if you selected a date column only, some options will be enabled, guys. Because date operations can be done only on date columns. But right now we selected only the numerical column. If we selected a string column, there are some options are enabled, but all options are not enabled. So there is an option will be there. So these are the options which we have to click them, and there are so many options will be there. So very easy option I have given you guys. The first option is choose the columns. Choosing the columns are nothing but which columns you want to keep, which columns you want to remove. That's it. Now, so you can select the required columns, guys. Sometimes we have to select the required columns, guys. For example, let us say that I have a table is there, which is going to be some table called as an, on any table you can apply, guys. Just to make you understand the scenario, I'm going to explain them. Okay. There is a table. This table is having a little bit columns, guys. How many columns are there? There are 26 columns are there, guys. So 26 column means we have to scroll like this, guys. For example, there is a column called as an quantity. I ask you to go to the quantity column. Where is the quantity column? I'm not asking you to keep the quantity column. Go to the quantity column. Where is the quantity column? Scroll down like this. Order quantity. This is a column we have to select, guys. Okay, I'm not saying that you keep only quantity column. If I ask you to keep only quantity column, you know how to do this, guys. You know how to do that applications, we can do, guys. Okay, so this is going to be yeah, just a minute. Okay, so this is going to be the column what we can see the application, guys. This is going to be order quantity what we can see. So you can navigate like this, guys. We can just navigate like this. So instead of navigating like this, what we can do, guys, instead of navigating like that, what we can do is easy option is what we can do is we are having, because we don't know where is the columns are there. There are so many columns are there, guys. That's why what we can do is very simple. We are having an option called as an go to column. So whenever you want to navigate to one column to another column, you can easily navigate. I know that column name is quantity. So type it, which is going to be column order quantity. Select the column, click on OK. It automatically goes to the required column order quantity, guys. See there? Got it? So like this, we can just navigate to that particular required column. Whatever the column you want to navigate, we can navigate like this. So nothing options are there, guys. Choose columns, which columns you want to keep, which columns you don't want to keep them. This is go to column. Go to column means generally whenever we have a more number of columns are there. So whenever you want to navigate from one column to another column, then we can navigate this particular applications what we are going to do, guys. So that is a way how basically we can work from this kind of an application, guys. Okay, hope all of you are able to understand, guys. So being today is my first class of transformations, I'm not going more into that. I just shown you two options, guys, but I have explained what basically we are going to do in all these operations: home, transform, add column, view, tools. We'll see each and every option we are going to see. But mainly what we are going to do is, guys, we are going to make some changes to your data. So what are the changes? Keep some columns, remove the unwanted columns. And whenever you want to navigate from one column to another column, how do you navigate? So simply we have the option is there, go to column. Instead of verifying manually, I want to go to sales amount, go to the sales amount column. So based on the sales amount, I want to do some transformations. So what transformations we want to do? I want to sort the data ascending, descending order, or let's say descending, ascending order. I want to do that. Something like that, we can perform the operations, guys. Okay. So that is the first option I have given you, guys. Remove columns also will have two options only, quite opposite of that. It is quite opposite of that, guys. Okay, we'll discuss it in the tomorrow's class. So just for today, I'm going to stop it here. But one small change, guys, after doing the changes, simply click on apply here, guys. Simply click on apply here. It is going to apply the changes here, guys. This is going to be apply the changes here, guys. This is how the changes are going to be taken place. And all these application changes we have been going to be saved. Now you can close it. You can close this, guys. Once it is closed, it will be again navigates to Power BI, which is going to be this one. And whatever the changes we have done, all the changes are going to be applied here, guys. all the changes are going to be applied here. If we make any changes there, all the changes, we can see the changes here now. Okay. So whatever the changes we have been asked for, all the changes will be applied and that will be reflected here. And don't forget to save here, guys. Save it. Once you save it, whatever the changes we have been done, that will be saved and that we can use it in the next coming classes. We can use it, guys. So close it. Your work is over, guys. Right, guys? So this is the basic idea of how we can work with them. So just for today, I'll stop it here. We'll continue tomorrow with the next navigations we are going to discuss about. Right? Anybody, guys? Any questions if you have? Anyone? Any questions? Right. So just for today, I'll stop it here, guys. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Right. So thanks for today. We'll meet up in the tomorrow's class, guys. Thanks all of you.